Hey guys, Jenny Jakes. This is called Jenny's Picks. I'm going to pick out some baits, show them to the guys, and they're going to tell us what they think, what they would do with them, how they would rig them. So let's just see what we got. Oh, is Jenny's Picks. Jenny picked out some stuff that maybe they have seen, maybe they have not, and they're going to talk about it. They're going to tell me what they think. So Travis is looking, and Cole even said, he goes, when did you get these?
Micro D-bombs.
Had them for a while.
I've seen one video of them. I've never actually seen them in person, so these are...
You know, these would be an amazing trailer for some of those little tiny jigs that you have too, yeah?
Yeah, put them on the small Ned hook. Or,
You're the Ned guy.
yeah, multiple ways to rig that thing.
You see that?
I love the purple tint on that one.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Almost like a hue.
What if you flip them over, he's a different color on it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Those are made by Missile, the micro D-bomb. So they have the baby D-bomb, they have the D-bomb, and now they have the micro.
You know what?
She's right too. That on the back on that trailer.
Cha-ching.
Yeah.
Right there.
Well, and they even have their little micro jigs too that you could pair up too.
They do, don't they?
They do.
Yeah, Missiles has a bunch of
and their
good stuff.
colors coordinate. Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Love those.
So those are pretty cool. So you like those. So next, these guys are brand new. It's called the Drip Minnow. Take a look at it.
The thing about Berkeley, they do their scents are really good, and their color, the way everything looks it's so realistic.
Because you know they print on there. They're like they print on the bait.
Yeah.
That's how they get that in there.
Those are cool right there.
And they
3 inch.
I do like too. They talk about the hook to use.
They come in 3 and 4 inch.
Oh, wow, yeah. That's almost... Look at the fat bulbous
You can
tail
open
on
it
the
if you
end
want.
of them, too.
Which is going to give a
There
little
might be
bit
a
more.
staple, but rip
So
it out.
it's a cross.
Nah,
We can take a staple back together.
It's a cross between.
That's the beautiful thing of Jake's. Jared said if you can't take it out,
Oh, you got to be able.
you got to be able to smell it.
You got to touch it. You got
Did
to
you see
taste it.
that face?
Oh, because this, like I say, they're
Man.
their
Oh,
scents
Cole,
are-
never mind. I was gonna say Cole's in the pretzels.
But you're so right about it. Look at that tail.
Cole, you got to smell this, man. Come here. Yeah, that smells good.
Cole didn't flinch.
Now I will say too, there is something about when we were saying when they being realistic. So when they bite down on that,
Let me see one.
whether or not they're going to spit it or keep it, sometimes will depend on
Ow.
how realistic that feels.
Yeah.
And when they talk about scent, I don't think scent is so much as important if it's going to attract them, but when they get it in their mouth, if it tastes, they're less likely to spit it.
Yeah, absolutely. Scent's a big thing, man.
Yeah,
Gotta
so
have
there's
scent with them.
lots of different colors, and they
Those
say
are
use the
good.
jig head, right?
They look good too,
I
man.
tell you what, that is,
Look at the top of those. Almost reminds me of like a carp style color.
and I like
top
the
of it.
detail.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
The eye right there. Look at that eye.
It's all in the
That thing
details.
looks
for 'em.
real.
It really does. I'll have to give them a shot.
Yeah.
Cool.
That tail, look at that thing.
I
go.
like that tail. This is good because I would not have picked this off the shelf.
Sometimes you gotta
But you
look
notice,
around.
you notice the tail on that, and you're right on that.
It's like a fat bulbous tail.
I tell you what,
Probably wouldn't be bad on a power shot.
That is.
What's a power shot?
Like a Bubba shot, just a heavier drop shot.
Bubba, a
You know,
heavier
Bubba shot.
job.
Yeah, power shot.
Okay, gotcha.
Yeah.
Jared's impressed.
I might set that aside.
These came in not too long ago. I think they released these at ICAST last year, so it's one of those things when,
Last year, huh?
well, 2024, which
I
was
think I'm
last
gonna go with
year.
that color. That's a natural color.
Yeah.
I know how to catch, Jared.
It ain't
It
hard.
works, doesn't
It
it?
does.
I mean, you're.
All right, next. So these are some old-timey things. Everybody loves the Whopper Plopper, right? Whopper Plopper is a fan favorite. Now, Chapo, Berkeley again,
Just as good.
just as good. Some people like it thumped a little bit better.
Nolan Miner did some damage on the Susquehanna River on the Chapo.
He did. Yeah, he's done a lot of damage
Yep.
up there.
Yep.
So, but these came out several years ago, and they kind of fell flat. I'm curious. What do y'all think? The Hellraiser.
That looks like something. I read an article about a heading bait that just sold for $30,000 with the glass eyes, like a
shoot.
real true,
Like old school?
late, 1800 baits. That's exactly what that looks like. I don't even
Really?
know what I would do with that.
Now, I will say,
We said they put everything you could possibly put in a bait into one.
They did.
but the guy that created it is the
And then hit it
same
with a
guy
hammer.
that created the
Chatterbait.
chatterbait jackhammer. So, the
So-
guy, that to me was one of the big. That thing has changed the industry. So I'm thinking, well, if he made that one, this one's going to be equally as good.
People have used them.
It is going to sit. You're going to tie right here. It's going to sit here, and it's going to give kind of a walking action. This is staying down the bottom, and we're getting a lot of vibration. They will work. I have thrown it. When I say I'm not confident in it,
I don't think people giving it enough shot.
I'm going to stay. I'm more confident in this. But you're right. If you continue to throw it, it will work.
Yeah, I think so.
But it's funny. It's like Dad always says too. Doesn't matter how good it looks, how good it is. If they can't.
We talked about this down at ICAST too. So like sometimes these baits can be great, but nobody wants to share their story. And then they'll pull it from the plug, and everybody's like, "Why is everybody getting rid of my favorite bait?"
Talk about it
Because you didn't talk about it. Nobody else is buying it.
Exactly.
Anyway, so this guy's new, snag proof.
I've also thrown
You can take
these.
that out if you want,
I've
so you can
thrown
show
these.
them.
I've talked about I want a walking topwater. I think I got to you about this last year.
Yeah.
I want a walking topwater
Yeah.
that's almost
Well,
like
take
a
it out so they
plastic
can
style.
show. It just slides the
The
stuff
key
pop
with that
out.
is the hooks are turned up.
Hold that, Jared. Did you get it, Jared? Yeah, he got it.
The hooks are turned up.
It's like a frog, like a soft
Yeah.
belly frog.
Yeah, this is exactly what I wanted. Something almost
Well,
like
see?
a
And he comes in
dog
every bait.
walking style baits. I said I want something that's like a plastic style body, like you see in all the frogs. All right.
I think these
But
big
that you
companies are
could-
getting in your dreams, Travis.
And I mean, just looking at it, I mean, think about it. If they could crush that a lot smaller,
oh, look at that.
you know what I'm saying, and have it easier to get into their mouth.
And it is. And in the Potomac River, anything with a lot of grass and mats,
Yes.
like a down hook you can't throw because it's going to be coming back. This is going to allow you to stay on top, still walk the dog with those hooks, like you said, like a frog hook. That's going to give you something different than a frog.
Yes.
You know, because we all like to spook. So this is a great idea, great concept. Same thing with this one, hooks turned up.
They have a smaller version of that too.
Someone's in my dreams.
They are.
I certainly have thought about this multiple times.
Cool.
We're picking one of them up.
All right, cool. All right, next, crappie style. So I picked out some new and popular crappie baits. Now these guys here, I love these things. And they came out, they have a bigger size too because it's forward facing sonar, but I think they're awesome. They're a little rigged up, they're kind of like the drip minnow, but this is probably one of our #1 selling crappie baits right here.
Really?
I would say, not this color particularly, but
By no means am I a crappy fisherman, but
you're a bad, never mind. Sorry.
you catch them all the time. I don't know. I look at these. What an adorable little bait.
Adorable.
It is. That's an
He's
adorable.
the clobber minnow, isn't he
He's an
cute?
adorable little thing, man. I kind of feel bad for him if he got
Oh,
bit.
these smell.
Those ones smell.
These smell, Cole. Yeah, this little.
Yeah.
This is the stone nymph. Got them in several colors.
Interesting.
People like those. So these are new from 6 Cents, the crappie jig heads, and we got the Pecos spinner head there.
And all I can say too is, again, crappie. I say this all the time, but crappie man's out there fishing for crappie and he catches a 6-pound largemouth. Not that, you know.
Or you're fishing for 6-pound largemouth and catch
Catch a crappie.
yeah,
And
a
I
2
caught
pound
them on a
crappie.
spinnerbait. Yeah.
Yep.
So it's they're gonna eat, but it's a downsized profile. But the crappie guys, yeah. Again, it's a wide spectrum on that as far as minnows, hair, rooster tails. You know,
I didn't realize that tail was that long on that thing. Yeah.
all good options. Small hook. Now this is interesting too because the underspin is another popular thing, but this is a small profile underspin, getting a little bit of displacement. in the
Well, and
water
we've got a
column.
set over there that has the bait with it too.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Already
All-
set. Ready
already
to go.
rigged up, ready to go.
Yeah.
And really, I would use, even on bass, I tend to downsize. One of my go-tos is downsize when they're tight-lipped and they're not eating. Like, sometimes my first thing will be to downsize.
Have to.
Go small.
Elephants
Doesn't
eat
always work.
peanuts, Jared.
That's right.
They do.
That's exactly right.
Travis told Jerry that the other
They
day.
did. I think he loved it.
How could you tell? All right, next.
Some flatworms.
Yeah,
I see.
you know, flatworm, the ultimate drop shot bait. in my
I was gonna
opinion.
say, every single video, if anyone's ever sponsored by Berkeley, and sometimes even not sponsored by Berkeley, the flatworm is always tied up.
Well, you notice
on a
they have
drop
two different
shot.
sizes, 3.5 and 4
See,
1/4.
yeah, that's one thing I don't do. I probably should. Jared and I always say, yeah, that's something I probably should get into, but you know,
Or you could be like Jared and buy all the things and then just still
and then
not
just
do
never
it.
use
yeah.
them. Right? Yeah.
I'd nose hook that. Or jig hook, go through the top. But
Yeah.
drop shot.
Nice.
But
Not
yeah,
always rig it.
they were
But they
really
were
hot.
hot, yeah.
They were really hot there for a while. We still got them. They're still good, right?
They work. I've seen so many people talk about these, fish them. It's a proven winner. No question about that. I know my dad loves these, the Quiver 4.5s. Those tails do have a lot of action. He loves the Quivers.
Do you know what's funny? What did we just talk about? I wonder if it's still in there. We pulled it. I was checking the worms today. I was checking the worms today to see if they're alive, and they are. And one of them had a flat tail in the end. So I'm like, maybe that's why.
So the other
Did you
thing-
find it?
He's going.
Oh, hurry. I'm just kidding. See that flat tail? Look at that. It's like flat compared to the rest of it. And then he'll change the shape of his tail. Huh, who knows?
Interesting.
We figured that out today when I was checking the.
You can
Very thankful none of them were moldy.
Texas rig it. Again, a lot of different ways to rig it. You can run a hook. You can do a stand-up Ned hook on this. Is a good option too, and you're getting a little bit longer. This is in between the 5-inch and the 2 3/4, so you're right in the middle. Now the other thing to think about too is put your O-ring on here, and Cole talked about earlier is wacky rig this dude, because again, and it's your point. Yeah, it is that tail gives you a little bit different action, like a fish tail. I mean that the tail is, when Cruz made this, it's a great design, because it's the end of the tail is going to look different than the body or the head, and so something different that they're not used to seeing. I've thrown these in the net. I've got a lot of these for the smallmouth, the chartreuse tail tips. I mean, it's but different ways to rig it. But again, like versatility, because you can take that one bait and you can rig it 3 to 4 different ways.
I was thinking just do like a head weight,
Yep.
wacky style hook, 1/0 owners, and then
Yep.
just put a band around it, and then just floop, floop, you know
Yep.
what I mean, on the bottom.
Yep, drag it on the bottom.
Yeah.
I mean, it's another good option, and he's got a lot of great colors too in his baits.
Yes.
And
Missile does.
not that I'm a big color guy, but it's, depending on where you're fishing and what you like, what your preference is, that can also be a great option.
Heck yeah.
A lot of variety. Don't again. It's not. There's no wrong way of doing it. If you're thinking it, try it. Rig it differently. I mean,
Be
whatever.
creative.
Be
Why
creative
not?
with it.
And if it doesn't work, come in here and tell Cole that it does.
You want your money back.
It was all Jared's fault.
Yeah. Nice. Awesome.
The right
Yep.
place, the right time. It's gonna work.
That's
The
what we
right
say.
place, the
Everything
right
in
time.
here will catch fish somewhere, somehow, but don't know when.
And it is cool. I
Yeah.
will say this format of don't be afraid to come in here, because the other thing that happens, you want to be able to take it out. You want to be able to see it. If they got crappy guy, and I might not do it, but we're going to take that, and then we're going to go over to the hook section, and we're going to pull some hooks. And we're going to come right back to this counter, and we're going to look at the hook size, and we're going to find the hook that works. That way you don't get home and you're like, oh man, that hook was too small or too big. We're going to do it all right here. So we make sure when you walk out of here, you've got the right setup.
You're playing with
It's just an adorable looking little
adorable.
thing,
You
man.
buy that
Look
for your
at
daughter.
it. I might have
Oh,
to.
that's
Yeah, give her something to
yeah, don't let her. Don't, not yet. She'll put it in her mouth.
Yeah. She certainly
I
would.
think it's a gummy worm.
Yeah.
Oh,
she
yeah, let's
loves
not
those.
do that. Okay.
Cool.
Well, very good, guys. Travis is hungry.
I am.
So,
What do you eat?
Make a Chick-fil-A.
You might go Chick-fil-A.
Might just do a
Now,
little
you got a
fasting,
menu there, but
you
what
know,
are you, like,
New
you
Year's
doing
resolution.
sandwich, or are you doing
Oh,
a
me.
wrap, or are you doing
Spicy deluxe.
It's good, isn't it?
Large Coke Zero, lead ice.
Are you doing what's kind of side you staying? How do you know if you're gonna go fries or mac and cheese?
I fries all the time.
All the time. Have you done the mac and cheese?
All the time, every time. No, yeah. Mac and cheese is something you gotta make it right. Don't get me wrong. I like Chick-fil-A's mac and cheese. I'm not saying that's bad. I would just rather have the fries are better.
I would agree. I'm not a mac and cheese
And
person.
let me say real quick too. There is
That one struck a nerve. I can see it in your eyes. I apologize.
Jared's very critical about his food.
my mind is already going.
He said,
There's
"I
a
can't
new
believe
sandwich
this."
coming out.
What?
It's
Is
gonna
it?
have bacon. It's
What?
gonna have pineapple.
Give me
No.
the spicy
Like,
tenders
it's-
already, dude.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Did they
Maybe
have
need one
spicy
in for
tenders?
oil as well.
That's
Yeah, I've been hearing that for years. I know.
Didn't they used to have spicy tenders?
Never.
Oh.
Or nuggets.
Oh, spicy nuggets would
Spicy
be good.
nuggets. What is the difference between the regular breading and the spicy breading?
the breading.
The flavor of the breading.
But
Well, just take the
I
nugget
don't
and then put it in the
disagree.
breading.
Because you
I
do
don't
have a spicy.
disagree with you.
Yeah.
See?
So tell me more about the sandwich. It's got pineapple on it?
It's a bacon pineapple.
I'll give it a whirl.
I'm just going off the top of my head here.
With fries.
Coming in the spring.
With fries, absolutely.
And there's a new drink too that's coming with it. But
I do love their flavor.
That frozen
drinks.
limeade one was bee's knees.
Need 3 of them.
we like to eat.
Yeah, we do.
That's why you
Yeah.
relate to the fish so well.
Yeah.
All right, guys.
Enjoy that.
All right.
Thanks. See you later.
This episode is sponsored by Chick-fil-A.